Armageddon is home to the regiments of the Steel Legion. Men and women brutalized by hive gangs, toxic ash wastes, and 10,000 years of relentless industry. During the Second War for Armageddon, it was their determination and sacrifice that snatched victory from the jaws of defeat.
Hi, I'm Ed, and welcome to Minisodes. Epic Space Marine is awesome fun, and in my opinion does a better job of capturing the bombastic scale of Warhammer 40k than its 28mm cousin. So far, I've painted up a Blood Angels battle company, along with some Titans, and a warhorde of Orcs, all Armageddon themed. But I have long had a hankering for some Imperial Guard. So I pulled out my armies of the Imperium box, definitely too many combat drugs, and began putting together a list. Army building for Epic Space Marine is a matter of mustering unit cards that would be a handy reference during games. The original receipt is in here too, purchased on the 2nd of February 1993 for $12.99 in Games Workshop, Sheffield. Fortunately, I've got a head start here, as I've already got a fully painted Baneblade company. Now, as awesome as these armoured juggernauts are, I'm going to need some reinforcements, starting with 5 Sentinels. These little metal figures are from the later Epic Armageddon release, a game I would like to try one day. Time for the poor bloody infantry. 3 platoons, a whole company's worth. A lofty ambition made possible by these nifty resin prints from Cosmo Miniatures, printed by Tajima Miniatures. And I think you'll agree they make excellent stand-ins for the massed ranks of Armageddon's human defenders. Oh, look, cavalry too. I'll put a link in the description so you can take a look at these awesome little fellows. My aim is to paint all of this in just under a day and a half. So, with no time to lose, I began trimming the models off their gates and supergluing them to their bases, using a scalpel to guide them into their little round holes. Slowly, each platoon took shape, and I began to understand the appeal of collecting an Imperial Guard army in epic scale. You get a lot of troops, all controlled by a nifty command mechanic, and a free commissar for every company card you have in your army. The Rough Riders went on some old world bases. Whilst the Sentinels, which went together rather nicely, are effectively pre-slaughter and stand on their own metal base. I also assembled a pair of Warhounds, but they're a painting project for another day. The Scratch Company was assembled, but time was certainly marching on, so I based all the minis using thin down PVA and some fine sand, which I sealed using my trusty ISO PVA mix. A blast with the hairdryer later, and they were ready for a prime of Army Painter Leather Brown. Simplicity is the order of the day here, and I'm keeping the scheme to a handful of basic paints, otherwise I'll just get completely bogged down. So, the Legionnaires' smocks were painted with Baylor Brown using a small brush, their little helmets with Eshin Grey, and their rifles with contrast paint Black Legion. So that they don't appear completely flat, I mixed some Baylor Brown with Screaming Skull and gave their smocks a highlight. Using some more Screaming Skull, I dry brushed the base, then randomly applied Agrax Earthshade to a couple of areas. And that's it. Just 31 more stands to go. That's 155 troops. As you can imagine, this took a good couple of hours, but I find batch painting pretty relaxing sometimes, and when you're painting epic scale models, it's far more rewarding than their larger counterparts, because after all, it's an entire army that is starting to emerge in front of you. Anyway, the Sentinels were dry-brushed Talon sand, then Eshin Grey was used for that classic ash waste camo look, followed by a dry brush of Screaming Skull. And Agrak's Earthshade again on the base. There we go, a Sentinel squadron ready to reconnoiter the toxic deserts outside Hades' hive. In my headcanon, the lack of chimeras is because this is a regiment stationed at Hades, which means that a certain commissar has made an appearance. Just the cavalry to go now. I painted some of the steeds Tuskor fur and others grey for variety, then layered over some snakebite leather contrast paint, which makes the Tuskor fur go a nice chestnutty colour. After finishing off those bases, it was time for a few finishing touches, painting the banners on the command stands and using some old Imperial Guard transfers to indicate the platoons in the company. And with that, a company of the Fighting 41st was mustered and ready to defend Hades' hive at any cost. It feels good to release a video after a short break. We've been settling in with our new baby boy, so things have been a little chaotic, but wonderful too. And if that wasn't enough, I am completely refurbishing the downstairs office into a dedicated minisode studio space, an undertaking that simply wouldn't be possible without the support of patrons like William R. Knott, Bennett Sider, Jason222, Joe Everest, Alex Kinchin, Michael Birmingham, and TA. It's excellent folks like these that enable me to do this part-time and buy cool stuff like this macro lens, which has seen plenty of use in this particular minisode. Patrons receive a monthly podcast, access to the awesome Minisodes Discord, and the warm fuzzy feeling that you're giving me a warm fuzzy feeling. Don't forget to take a look at Cosmo Miniatures, who have a Kickstarter launching this summer, and also Tajima Miniatures. Links are in the description. Right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the Patreon Discord soon.